Up. Episode 29. Face cams on. We're playing FM20. Go. Hello then and welcome back to Up. It is episode 29 as I said before. It is still Malvern Town. It is still the level 10 save somewhat, although we are now up to the Vanarama National League. As you saw in the last episode, we played our very first game in the Vanarama National, and since then, in fact I'll show you the very first game we played, was this win over Port Vale. We beat them 3-0 away from home. Since then, as you can see by this here, we have got ourselves off to a fantastic start in the league. We have won all but one of our games, and because of that, we sit right at second in the league. We don't actually sit first. Forest Green have won, well, they played an extra game and they've won 7 of their first 8. They did lose to us 3-2, as you see there. They've started off like a rocket. They've started the season brilliantly, and they may well prove to be a bit of a rival for the title this year. And yes, we are looking to try and get ourselves a title because the start we've had has been very, very good. I'll go through the results with you now. After that 3-0 win against Port Vale, we did not beat. We lost our very next game. Will Wright did score twice, and we managed to come back from 2-0 down here at Dover, at home as well. Will Wright with 2 on his, I think this might have been his debut. I think it was. I don't think he played in the first game. This young striker, Will Wright, we have also given him a face there, as you can see. The ex-Manchester United player did score twice, and it wasn't enough to get us any points. We lost 3-2, a late penalty from Dan Rooney, and we fell to a loss. And then at that stage, I was kind of thinking, how is this season going to go? Is it going to be tough? Because the media had predicted we were going to do well. The board wanted us to get playoffs, I believe it was, and I was thinking this could go either way. But since then, we've really bounced back. We look a little bit leaky at the back, I will say. That really did come to the forefront of everybody's minds when we beat Dulwich Hamlet 5-3. It was a topsy-turvy, crazy game. A 5-3 win in the end, though. Thompson Brissett, Glatzel with 2, Morale, Isaac Christie-Davis, and Nico Williams ended up getting sent off. They had 3 goals. Cameron Archer scoring one of theirs. He looks to be a real threat this year. He's going to be a good player in this league, I think, just looking at it. And then after a 5-3 topsy-turvy game, we then won a game 1-0. Joe Morale with the goal. I think this was a header as well. Joe Morale is only 5'3", scoring headers for us. I mean, we'll take it. We will absolutely take it. We then played our old enemies, York City. You remember York City were the team that came up second from last season in the Vanarama National North. We beat them 4-0 at home, which at this point I'm thinking, you know what, we can do this, because York, I mean, they're still the top spenders, I do believe, in the league in terms of wages. If we go and have a look at stats team detailed and down here, salary per annum, York are still the top team. They were the top team in the league below. They're the top team in this league. And to find us, you have to scroll all the way to the bottom. We are the 24th team in terms of how much money we are spending on our salary. It's down at 119k. I mean, that's not far off being, I mean, the team directly above us twice as much almost. That's kind of crazy. Havant and Waterlooville are spending twice as much of us. Well, you know, actually Dover are at 22nd. They're only the 22nd team in the league. York City up at 2.14 million. That's crazy to me. And they're not doing too great in the league, are York? They are bottom. So I am above that, but they're bottom in the league. I think, can you see it? You can't quite see it just about there. But yeah, otherwise, our start has been very, very solid. After that win against York, we beat Hartlepool 3-1. Thompson Brissett with 2. He's still scoring goals. Guys, he is still scoring goals. We might now be in the 5th tier of English football, but Jayden Thompson Brissett can still do the business. 2 goals here, Joe Morale with another one, and a 3-1 win. We then played in a huge game away from home, the team that had won all of their games so far in the league, Forest Green, a 3-2 win. It was a tough game, but a 3-2 win overall. Ian McDonald, the young centre-back who we've got in on loan, Jayden Thompson Brissett and Isaac Christie-Davis with the goals, a 3-2 win. A 3-2 win, that sets us up for this game today against FM20, and we're going to get pretty much straight into it, I think. This is going to be the team then think that updates you on pretty much that everything has happened so far. There has been a couple more loans in. Guy Perkins is one of them. I don't know if we mentioned him last time, but again, we've not spent any money or anything like that. The players that have come in on loan are on £0 per appearance and all that stuff. Their wages are being paid by their parent team, so not too much to update you on. This is the team, and it's pretty much been a solid, settled team throughout the year so far. The only thing is that Nico Williams had to drop out because of his suspension at one point. We brought in, I think it was Bruno Sid at right back, or was it Francois Vermal? Can't quite remember. This is the team for today though. In goals, Jamie Cumming continues. The Loney McDonald at centre back alongside Jean-Vier. Nico Williams is back at right back. Castillo at left back. Morale, Christy Davis, Kirby. You know, you're probably very used to this midfield three by now. And then the striking three. Thompson Brissett in the middle, flanked by Pau Glatzel and the youngster Will Wright, who, as you can see here, they've spread the goals out between them. It's 3 for Wright, 4 for Brissett, Thompson Brissett, and 3 for Glatzel. They've spread it out. Joe Morel, though, in midfield, as this Metzala, has got himself 5 goals this year already. That is not a bad return from a midfielder. He's outscoring our strikers, although the strikers are kind of spreading the goals between them. On the bench, we're going to have Sid, who covers all of the defensive positions, Gilchrist in midfield, alongside Murdoch in midfield. I've put Perkins on there because he can play midfield and striker. He's not a bad player either. This would be his first game for us. And then John Gagne, the youngster, is going to be up front as well. Did he score in the cup? I want to say, no, he didn't. But he's still getting chances. He is still developing, actually. Just to give you an update on him, his attributes are still going up, for the most part, all of them. Although concentration and positioning, not so good. But he's becoming a fairly decent player for this. I say keep for this level. We keep moving up the levels, which makes it harder for him to become a starter. But, you know, I think he'll get there one day. Or at least I hope so. Anyway, let's get ourselves into this game against Ebbsfleet. As you can see there, Ebbsfleet, they've not been great so far. So I'm hoping, with it being a live com, I'm hoping to get some goals here. They're 23rd. They've only won, well, they've only drawn one game in their last 5. And that was against Havant and Waterlooville at home. We might be able to score some goals. We'll see, though. Do you know what? I'm going to tell us to go attacking. I'm going to push it up a little bit. We have been on positive. I'm going to move it up a little bit. I need to give a squad number to Guy Perkins. You will not be getting the number 10. You can have the number 30 instead. There you go, Guy. Still love the fact that we've got numbers. Squad numbers are an actual thing. I really do. I'm enjoying that. There are the teams then. So, for us, we've already been through ours. It looks like this. We're playing the 4-3-3. Their team has got Max Haygarth, who I recognise in the midfield. He's an ex-Manchester United youngster. Other than that, apparently they're... you hover on this, does it show you? He's got the highest average rating as Ben Goodliff there. Other than that, there's not too much that I really need to put forward. Let's tell them calmly. We should be winning this one comfortably. Let's not do anything that's going to upset them or motivate them too much. But let's get ourselves into this game. And here we go. We are underway. And the first highlight is going to be with Ebbsfleet on the ball coming forward with a Dunstan who's been, I was going to say fouled, but tackled. Glatzel brings it away. It's now going to be us on the attack. Williams heads it straight at the keeper. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned it in the last episode, but the stadium is being expanded once again. So there'll be some parts of it that will be out of action, but they are putting a few more seats in. The capacity will be back up to 4,000 here at the Langland Stadium. 4,000 was what it used to be before they switched it up and put some more seats in, which took the attendance down. So they're going to push it back up to 4,000 with some more. I think it's another standing area. Or they're going to increase the standing area. But yeah, that's exciting. This is a long highlight with us playing it around the back, which is good to see us playing football. Here's Nico Williams, the Welshman, with a ball through to Will Wright. Will Wright crosses, Pau Glatzel's there. That is a beautiful goal. We're 1-0 up, and that is a lovely, lovely goal, actually. It was well worked down this right-hand side. Here's Williams. This ball into the space. This is what you need to do. With Will Wright, he's got 17, 18... pace and agility, and yeah, he's just very, very quick, which means he can get onto the end of theirs. It's a nice cross as well from him. Pau Glatzel with his 4th of the season. 6 minutes on the clock. 1-0 to Malvern. Very, very tasty. Tasty. That was an interesting one. I'm going to have a look. How are Forest Green doing? Because that's already that seems to be the title race. That's a penalty. That is going to be a penalty. I'm pretty sure Nia Kirby is going to take this. I have set it to be him. It is Nia Kirby. He's already on a yellow. We could go 2-0 up here. Go on, Nia. Into the corner. A good penalty. 2-0. You'll notice I have taken JTB off the pens. His pens attributes just nowhere near. Nia Kirby's the best penalty taker. And I thought, you know what? We need to make sure we score these pens. Although I would quite like JTB to get lots of goals. He's getting goals anyway, so it's not a big deal. It's going to be an attack for Ebbsfleet here. We're going to clear it. We are all over them here. It's Glatzel. He's got Nia Kirby making a run from midfield. He's already scored one, Kirby, and he's put that one straight into the keeper's arms. Throw in for Ebbsfleet. I mean, they've thrown away possession there, quite literally. Jean-Vier picks it up. Christy Davis will pass it around the back a bit. Then I'm very much expecting a big long ball at some point here, because that's pretty much the way we play. We've got 3 strikers. We just want to get it up to them. So we'll pass it around the back a bit here. There's the long ball. It's been cut out. I mean, it's picked up by Joe Morrell, but I'm there talking about the tactics. This is not the tactics, although it nearly worked. Joe Morrell, the little pocket rocket in midfield, almost getting us back. Well, getting us into a 3-0 lead there. It wasn't to be. Right, we're approaching half-time. That is half-time. I mean, I said I was expecting us to win this game. Just have a look at that. 11 shots, 9 on target, 0 shots for Ebbsfleet. They've not yet tested coming in the Malvern goal. That's interesting. We are completely dominant. I'm going to say I'm very pleased. Keep it up. I was going to say I'm not happy, but I am happy. So I'm going to tell them that, and hopefully it doesn't mean that they get too complacent and that they can go on and score a couple more goals in this second half. That would be the dream. We're up to an hour mark, and nothing yet has happened. I suppose it is time really to start thinking about some subs. And do you know what? I'm going to do that because Glatzel's on a goal, but he's also on a yellow. I'm going to get John Gagne on for him. Christy Davis is also struggling, so I'm going to get Chris Gilchrist on for him. 2 subs, 1 in the centre of midfield, 1 up front. Youngster John Gagne's on. Another youngster, really. Chris Gilchrist is also on. I think they're the same age, and I always call him the youngster John Gagne, but there you go. It's free kick for Ebbsfleet as they look to get themselves back in the game. We've got the ball back, though. Here's that counter-attack. Big long ball picked up by Kirby. He's got Gagne with him. If Gagne can get goal side here, well, he could. It was a great tackle. Kirby now. Good save by the goalkeeper. That really should have ended in a goal there. We had 2 players over. If they just do a little FIFA pass, you know, they don't do it on FM, do they? It's a corner, though, and it's headed away. And it just looks like time is going to run out. It's going to be a comfortable 2-0, unless there's one last sting in the tail here from the game, as they put a ball down the left-hand side for them, but Nico Williams picks it up. Here's Will Wright in behind with his pace. Can he? He can't. Whatever it was, I was going to say he can't, unless it was can he hit the post, in which he could. He did hit the post. That should be the end of the game there. It should be a very comfortable 2-0 win. How many shots did Ebbsfleet end up having? Also, what was the attendance? 2 things I'm interested in there, because in all honesty, the final result has been a bit of a foregone conclusion for quite a while now. As we pass it around before this final whistle goes, that is technically time up now, and the referee agrees. The time is up. There's the final whistle, a 2-0 win, and they ended up having 2 shots, did Ebbsfleet. They ended up having 2 shots, did Ebbsfleet. Just the one on target. 18 for us. A dominant display. I'm having a look. I want to see. We'll have to wait to see what the attendance was. Good win, boys. There we go. Let's go off into our emails and find out what the attendance was, because a game against a low team in the division, this should be a good pointer for what our average attendance might be. Obviously, when we play bigger teams, when we play teams like York, actually our attendance is higher, but these games, they kind of be quite low. 429. I mean, that's definitely an improvement on what it has been in the past, obviously. 429, we're getting there. But, you know, if you think about the fact that we can hold 4,000, we really do need to improve that. I think we did... We sold this season 93 season tickets, which I remember when that was like 20. So it's improving every year. but it's not amazing still. In terms of the finances, I know people are going to ask, we are now 50k in debt, although that's still achievable. If we can get ourselves a win in the FA Cup, we pretty much knock that debt out straight away. And yeah, we'll see about that. The projection is that it's going to get worse, though, over the next few years. But obviously, that doesn't account for things like going up the leagues and getting prize money and those things. So we will see. But yeah, that was a pretty simple win in the end. It continues our run of wins in a row now to 6. We've got a game against Field next. Field? Is it Field? This word is so hard to say. Field. Filed. I don't know. Let me know. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all we need to say. I don't think there's anything else you need to see in today's episode. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Before you do go, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel. Turn notifications on so that make sure you see when the next video does go live. And the comment before you go is, I want your comment to be telling me how I need to pronounce this name here. Field, filed, flied, filed. I want you to do phonetically, tell me how to pronounce that, and the next time I'll start with it, and it's a great learning experience for everybody involved. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye bye.